Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking and thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Tina. If you're new subscriber, if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing, and of course all our returning subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate you sparing your time to watch this video. So today basically I wanted to give you an update of what has been happening in my life, what is really going on, because I've been missing in action for some time, for a few weeks now. It's not my own making, but it's because of life. Life happens. I'm not so good at storytelling, but I'm just going to tell you what is really happening and updating you guys on what has been going on in my life. Yes. So where do I have to start from? Oh my god, a lot has been really going on. That's what I should really tell you. For the people who have been following the channel, the people who have been watching the videos or have been checking on the channel, some of you could have seen a community post that I posted a few days ago where I told you basically why I did not go live, why I'm not uploading as usual. So a lot has really been happening. That's what I should really assure you. A lot has been really happening. These are some of the lowest moments of my life. I've not been in such situation in a long time, because it's life. Like, you don't plan for some of the things, but it happens. It's God's making. But of course, everything happens for a reason. Yes, that's what we should really say, and we should be grateful for everything that really happens in our lives. So basically, a lot has been happening. I don't know where to start from, but let me start from how it all began. The first thing that happened, one of the saddest thing that I got, was being involved in an accident. It was a very terrible accident that almost claimed my life, but I'm really so grateful that I'm alive. I'm still breathing. I can be able to afford a smile and also talk to you, because it was just end of last month. Yes, I remember just after me doing the live stream, it was on a Thursday. Yes, it was on a Thursday. Very beautiful day. We went to the farm. We went to the farm as usual, because we normally go to the farm five days in a week, or we go to the farm more often. So that day I went to the farm with a driver. We were only two, so everything went so well. We went to the farm, checked the animals, checked, of course, took some of the things that the workers needed at the farm, the feeds for the animals, all that. We toured around the farm, checking on the work that is going on at the farm as well. But of course we checked all that, even had a good time with the workers, because before us leaving the farm, I remember the driver even danced, because they were making fun, like, who is the best dancer. That's how we treat our workers. We love to have fun with them, joke around with them. So I was still talking to the manager. That's when I saw the driver. The driver was with some of the workers. They were dancing. So I was like, okay, I need to give you some money. Let me give you, okfuwa, like to splash money for them so that they can dance more, maybe like a dancing competition. Yes, everything was a very beautiful day on a Thursday. So of course, it was getting late, not really very, very late. It was in the afternoon, because we left early in the morning. We usually go to the farm by 6 a.m. in the morning, so that we can be able to escape the traffic, because the traffic is really so terrible later in the evening. So most of the time we go very early in the morning, so that we can be able to make it back on time, at least so that we can make it back by at least 5 or 4 p.m. So of course we left the farm that very day. We left very well, the driver and me. They escorted us. The workers even escorted us to the car, because it was just a fun day. So as we're coming back to Kampala, because I'm not so good at storytelling, so we were coming back. As we're coming back on our way to Kampala, where do I start from? On our way to Kampala, it was a dusty road. It wasn't the tarmacked one. One kid was trying to cross the road. There's a kid who came from nowhere, because we were not. I was talking with the driver. I was telling him what we should be able to buy, because I was supposed to go and shop some things from Carrefour. So I was telling him, we were just talking around. I was just telling him that what if we make it on time, I need to go to Carrefour. There are some things that I really need to purchase from the supermarket because we are running out of grocery and I need to pass there. So of course we were really so hungry. We had just only had breakfast in the morning. So I was telling him that which restaurant, because we have our restaurants that we normally go to around Luweero. So I was telling him, do you think we should really have lunch here, or we just grab our maize, because sometimes we love eating maize, the roasted roadside maize. Yes. So it was like, yeah, I think I don't feel like the food of those restaurants. Let's just grab the maize so that we can make it on time than wasting time in those restaurants. So we were just talking with him. Then from nowhere, a kid just crossed the road. Oh my God. The kid came running. I don't know where the kid appeared from, but the kid was trying to cross. So this guy was, we were talking with him, and of course the speed wasn't that very slow. We were really, because the road was really empty and there are no cars in the dusty road. So we knew we were the only people on the road. So as he was trying to dodge the kid, of course I screamed at him. I told him, oh my God, you're going to kill this kid. You've killed this kid. So he was also, I think, now shocked. I don't know what really happened. I don't know whether he just stepped instantly on the brakes. I don't know what really happened. And I just saw us going across, we just bumped into the side of the road because it tried to turn the car off the kid. So as it tried to change the steering, like to dodge the kid, that's when I just had us bang the roadside. And the next thing I saw, we were rolling. But the good thing, we were rolling. I remember rolling. From then, I don't know what happened next. After rolling, I remember that very time that we were like upside down. The next time I saw myself, we were already in the car. The car was back to eat its tires. So the car rolled like 2 times. So we just remained there. We were in shock. We were worried whether the kid was safe. We were just in shock. The driver was in shock. Me, I was just, I don't know what was really happening. We just stayed there for like a minute. That's when the people, because there were people on the roadside, because their houses, along the roadside. So those guys came and they were like, oh my God, these ones are dead. There's no way they are alive. These ones are finished. So, of course, I heard them talking about that. I was just in shock. I couldn't believe what had just happened. It was just something abrupt. We didn't expect to happen. We just stayed in the car. Then one guy came. He opened the door. So when he opened the door, he found us looking. We were just looking at one another. I was looking at the driver. I was like, okay, what has just happened? We are finished. The car is done. Remember, even the car is not our personal car. The car that we have is a rental car. So we've been renting this car for over like now 5 months. And we were planning that very day, I remember that very day, we were planning to take that car back to the owner, so that because we're about to get our own. So we're like, why can't we just take back this car so that we can be able to get our own? That was the day. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, we were just talking about this car being returned to the owner, and this has happened. So I wasn't even minding about myself, like the injuries. I didn't see anything. I was just worried about the car because I didn't feel anything at that moment, of course. So the guys came and opened. When they came and opened the car, we were left. They're like, you get out of the car. We get the car off the road so that we can be able to, you guys leave this place, because if the police comes, it's going to be terrible. So when I got out, I had to first look at myself. I looked at Dennis, the driver. I was like, okay, he's fine. I asked him, are you okay? Are you hurt anywhere? He said no. Then he also asked me, are you okay? I was like, I'm okay. I don't feel like, I feel normal. I don't have any scratch at all for now. That's what I should say. Then he was like, okay, let's just see what we can be able to do. Let's get out of this scene, because everyone now gathered. The whole place was full of people, because they were like, oh my God, this place is so terrible. This place is, you know, maybe cursed, because this is the second accident happening in the same spot in a period of like 2 weeks. So they were like, oh my God, you guys have really survived. What you're going to do, since you're okay, you've not got any injuries, get out of this place, because if police comes, it's going to be terrible. They're going to ask for money. It's going to be a statement. It's going to be so much. So of course, the good thing is, in the process of us, you know, because the guy, even one of the guys got the car keys, they helped, the village people helped to drive the car off the road and put it back on the road. Of course, the car was really damaged, because the front bit of it was all damaged. The windscreen was also damaged, but surprisingly, the back side wasn't really that damaged. I'm going to show you the pictures if I'm able to get them, so that you can see what had really happened, because basically it was the windscreen and also the bumper, like the front one. It's the one that really got so much damaged. So of course the mirror poured on me, is what I remember. So there were small, you know, those small mirrors that had broken down. Of course, those are very dangerous, so we had to sweep them off. When the car was put on the roadside, of course, the guy told us, one of the guys that came on the scene was actually one of the guys that had ever brought for us sand in the farm. So he was like, I know these guys. They were like, okay, are you the ones who have a farm that side of Gaumbeko? We're like, yes, we are the ones. I've ever brought for you sand. I brought for you sand like so many times, so I know you guys. So I was like, let me take you to one of my relatives, so that they can be able to keep the car for you as you find a solution, because if this car goes to police, it's going to be a different story. So we're like, okay, that is fine, let's go. So of course I was just panicking. I did not call anyone immediately, not until we reached to the place the guy was taking us. So when we went to the guy's relative's home, because at least it had a gate, so we passed through another shorter route, you know, we passed through a different, you know, panya, like a shorter route to that home, because we didn't want the police to see us. We didn't want more people to see us. The car was involved in an accident. So basically the guy helped us, took us there, but the owners of the home were at first refusing us to park in their compound, because they're like, where did you get these guys from? What has really happened? I'm seeing the car is destroyed. Why are you bringing this car here? So the owner of the house was really so furious. So this guy was like, Mom, I know these guys. I've been working for them. I've taken for them sand before at their farm, but they just got an accident, and they wanted to keep their car somewhere as they find a solution. So she was like, but how? Because if police comes for me, they're going to arrest me. If police finds out where the car is, they're going to arrest me. Are they going to arrest me or you? So the boy was like, I'll be responsible for that, but Mom, just accept them to park their car here as they find a solution of getting the car back to Kampala, because they're from Kampala. And remember, by that time, we're still in Buweru. So we stayed there for some time. That's when I got the courage now to call, you know, my partner in Kampala, what had really happened. So they were like, okay, what has happened? Are you fine? Is everything okay? I was like, yes, we are all fine. Dennis is also fine. I'm also fine. I was like, okay, that is good. How is the car situation? Say the car is damaged from the front mostly. Then it was like, so what really happened? I explained to them, like the car overturned, the kid was trying to cross the road and the car overturned. That's what basically happened. So it was like, okay, that's fine. Let's find a way of coming, maybe to pick you guys up from that side so that we can come to Kampala. But hope you're really fine. If you're not fine, we need to go to hospital. It's like, no, I'm really doing fine. So we stayed there. I was still in disbelief of what had really happened. I was confused. I tried checking myself. So the lady even calmed down because we tried explaining to her what really happened. She felt really sorry for us as well. So she gave us even seats to sit. She was like, okay, you wait for your people to come as you're here. Feel free. We're like, okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for accepting our car to be here for safety, because you never know what could have happened if it was out there. She was like, it's okay, it's fine, as long as I don't have any problems. The boy has taken already responsibility for everything that has happened. That is fine. So we're like, okay, thank you so much. So we sat, she gave us seats to sit. So we sat there, waited for a few hours, because Kampala, and it was later in the evening, because we got the accident around 3 p.m. So of course now the traffic from Kampala for people to come and rescue us from Luwero, of course it will take some time, like almost 3 hours or 2. So we sat there, we are now imagining what is going to happen, the car of this guy, are we going to pay? So I talked to the driver, but of course he's also a mechanic, so he was like, okay, this car is going to be repaired, don't worry about that, Tina, we shall find a solution to it. The good thing is we still have our lives, we're okay. This is just a car, and we've not killed the kid, because if we had killed the kid, that would be another different story. So basically it was just so terrible. It was so traumatizing at that moment. It was just then that I started now thinking and reflecting on everything that had really happened. So when I was thinking about everything, I was like, oh my God, what was going to happen later? How was my family going to receive the news? I was just thinking all the trauma started now coming at that moment when I was just sitting there, because that's when I started reflecting on everything that had really happened. It was so difficult. I was sad, I was tearing, I was so confused. I didn't know what to tell the people at home, what to tell them, like about the car. It was just so bad. I didn't know what to do, because we're in this car. What if we had died? What if we had lost our maybe limbs, our hands? Because it was really terrible, because we rolled over. But what really saved us is what I must admit is we were putting on our seat belts. If you weren't putting on the seat belts, trust me, I think we would be dead by now, God forbid. But the seat belts really saved us a lot, because in the meanwhile, as the car turned or overturned, everything that was in the boot poured on the front. My handbag that was just in the middle of the middle seats of the front seats, it was already outside, outside the windshield, because everything just poured. And thank God that the car did not remain with the tires up. It went back to on its tires. That is one of the things that I really thank God for. I'm really so grateful for my life. I'm really so grateful for all your prayers, for everyone who has been praying for us to recover. I did not have any scratch at all. What I remember, I think even after like 3 days, that's when I saw just a scratch on my neck, but it wasn't that serious. It's just a small scratch, but we were fine. We were all fine. The driver is perfect as well. That was one of the lowest moments of my life. Then, after that, what really happened again? After that, on Monday, yes, it was on Monday, because now we got an accident on Thursday. So those other days I did not go to the farm. I had to rest and relax because it was traumatizing. I would not sit in the car because of fear. So I had to stay home for some time. Then on Monday, another incident happened, a terrible one. It was really so horrible. All of us did not go to the farm on Monday, so because we're resting, we're doing other things around the city, buying things so that we can be able to make it on Tuesday. So Monday evening, we received a call from one of the workers at the farm, and they were like, one of the kid died. It was like, okay, one of the kid, we thought at first maybe the goats, because we're like, oh, one of the kid has gone to the dam and has died. So we're like, why did you take the goats near the dam, yet it's not yet finished? We have so much room for you to graze. So the guy was like, no, I'm not meaning the kids, the goats, I'm meaning one of the workers. One of the workers went to the dam and they drowned. We're like, what happened? Like, we put their posters around the dam for anyone not to approach the dam, not to go to the dam to swim or do anything or even fetch water, because we have a tap. We have several taps in the farm. We have different connections for clean water. The water in the dam is not even that very, very clean so far. So why would someone go there? And swimming is not allowed. So we try to ask them. Like, we called one of the workers. So we're like, okay, what really happened? So the good thing, one of the head of the, because it was one of the builders, in fact, who got an accident. So those builders are just come to the farm like 2 weeks ago. That's what I should say. They have not been there for a long time, because they're constructing the staff quarters and also the piggery house, the pig house. So they are the big number of them there. There are over 18 people, because they divided themselves, because we wanted the project to really, run very fast. So so the head of the workers called one of the people who was in the other scene. So talked to the guy, one of the old guys who was there, was like, but he recorded the call. That was the good thing. Was like, what really happened? So it was like, oh, these guys went swimming, but I don't know what really happened. They went to the dam. I tried warning them not to swim, but they insisted. They abused me or insulted me that I'm an old man. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know even how to swim. I should not even say anything. So he left them there and they went swimming. But before they started swimming, they had an argument between themselves, because there were like 4 guys who wanted to swim. So they were there. They're like, okay, do you know what? I can throw a stone under that dam and go and pick it for you guys, because I know how to swim. Like, I know everything to do with water. So that was the argument. So the 3 boys knew how to swim. This one boy did not know how to swim, and the old guy even warned him that you don't know how to swim, do not risk yourself. Was like, come on. He insulted him really so bad, and the old guy was like, okay, since I'm really so stupid as you say, let me leave you guys, let me just go. I don't know what that really going to do even that side, even with Mzee, because no one is supposed to be that side. So what happened is, so the guy said he was there. They threw, I think, a stone, and in the process, they went to dive in to get the stone. So this guy here dived in, and I think he got stuck in the dam, because the dam has clay on it. It's not cemented. So I think he got stuck and he could not move his legs from down. So he drowned from there. His friend, so he tried even pulling his friends down, but his friends dodged, and his friends also had to swim away. They had to get out of the water, and they left him down there. He could not swim, he could not do anything, so he remained down there. He drowned and he passed on. So they came telling the old guy, the Mzee, that that Kayondo has remained in the water. He said he could swim, but he couldn't, so he's not there and he's not coming out of the water. I don't know whether the guys also tried to help him, but they couldn't, and they came now to report. That's when the old guy started screaming. He was crying. I told him, I warned him, he did not listen. Now you see, he's now gone. He's now he was just so down, because he's even the person who connected him for the job. So it was like, how am I going to tell his parents I'm the one who brought this boy here? And he was a very young boy. He was just 20 years old. So it was like, I'm the one who brought you for the job, but this is what you do to me. Why would you do something like that? So that's what really happened. So they called us. We told them, okay, what is really happening? We warned them several times. They even talked to the foreman at the farm, at the site, at the building site, and we asked him what really happened. Did you ever warn your workers? They were like, yes, we warned them several times not to fetch water from there, and we have where we fetch water from. We asked them that, did we tell you where to fetch water, clean water from? For building, there's a section that we dug for you to use water for building. They were like, yes, we do have that section as well. But these boys, because they felt maybe they wanted to swim later after work, because that happened, by the way, after work. So after work, that's when they went there, like they wanted to swim. So we asked them, so that has been really happening every day without you guys telling us? So they're like, yes, that has really been happening, because these boys go there to swim. But it was just for bad luck that today the guy, I think, got stuck under the clay or under the dam. So that really happened. and it was really so terrifying. It was so terrifying. We didn't know what to do. Everyone at the farm was so worried. Our manager at the farm was so scared. He had to report to the LOC1, he had to report LOC2, and also police. It was later in the evening because it was around 6 p.m. and it was coming late. It was already coming to 7. The boy was there. So what happened is they had to leave him in the dam because he was already dead, because it was like after 2 hours after them trying, I think, before they let everyone know. So they had to light, for a vigil here, you light the fire around the dam. Everyone was really so sad. We were all scared what was going to happen. We asked them. It's not that they pushed him there, and we warned them already the dam is not yet complete. They need to finish the dam before anyone uses it, because no one is even going to go directly there, because there's a pump that is supposed to be put there for people to fetch water from there. So that's what really happened. Of course, the next day the police came in. They tried to remove the body from the water, but they could not remove it for some good time. They started very early in the morning, because we also left to go to the farm as well to see what had really happened, because we're the owners of the farm. So we found the body was still inside. The whole village was around the dam, because this is the culture, this is the tradition here. Like when someone passes, like the whole village comes. That is, for a vigil, maybe to mourn. That's how it is. So the whole village almost was around the dam. It was a bit scary, because we were scared, what if someone really drowns again from there. So that's really what happened as well. So the police came. They came with an, I'm so sorry, I have flu, guys. So the police came. They tried to remove the body, but they failed for some good time. Not until, I think, around again 6 p.m. in the evening. That's when the body was removed, was exhumed from the dam. They used the net. They tried using so many tactics to remove the body. Someone dived in, the one who knew how to swim, but it all failed. They looked for the body. They still failed. But till 6 p.m. now, even the family of the boy had come. That's when they removed the body. Of course, they were asking for help, because they explained to them the whole scenario, what had really happened, and they accepted it was a fault of their kid. It wasn't our fault. And the old guy was also there as a witness, and the other 3 boys who were swimming. Of course, the 3 boys ran away. We didn't even see them, and even us, we didn't want to work with them anymore, because they don't listen. But they weren't there. But the Mzee was there, explained to them, was like, okay, please just help us, at least give us transportation and money for the burial. That's our contribution. So we gave them that contribution of burial arrangements and taking the body and everything, and of course the police, paying the police to remove, and paying the police fuel to come to the scene of crime. That's what really happened. So it was just so stressful, thinking about what the family is going to talk about. Of course, people talked about so many things within there. Maybe we had sacrificed, maybe we had sacrificed someone, but it wasn't our fault. It was the boy's fault. So there's a lot that was really going on, accusations from here and there, but we worked it out with police and the family, and they took the body for burial. Of course, we gave them our contribution as well, and that also went as that. So of course, it was just so stressful, because everything was just, the whole drama was there. Everything was too stressful for us. The money, unplanned money that we gave to the family. Work is still going on. Work had to stop at the farm as well, because we have a time limit for all this, because there's construction that was going on, and now of course burial was supposed to take place, which I'm not really saying that we shouldn't have done that or stop them to work, but of course they had to stop and give them like at least 5 days off not to work. So it was just so stressful. Everything came to a standstill. We couldn't do anything other than mourning. Then after a few days, of course, I was just there, traumatized, stress here and there, calls here and there. Boom! Flu and cough came in. I don't know who is having this flu and cough. Oh my God, it is so terrible. It was just one day we traveled, because we were supposed to buy a few animals in Nakaseke. So one of our friends, one of the guys who was supposed to be working with us, took us to a different district because we wanted to buy animals as well. So this guy told us, okay, we are going to buy animals, but not so far away. Nakaseke is just very near from Nowero. We're like, okay, how long is it? Do you think it's going to take us? He was like, not so far. It's just very near. It's only like 2 hours drive. We're like, okay, that's fine. We woke up very early in the morning as usual. Then we went on our trip. We were like, okay, 2 hours. We had our breakfast. Then after the breakfast, we continued on our journey. So we went. I remember the journey did not take the 2 hours the guy had told us. That time, the flu had just, started a little bit. It wasn't that too much. So it was just a little bit. That's when I wasn't feeling that perfect. But I had taken some tablets, the cold effects. I normally take cold effects for the flu, like for the nausea and the blockage of the nose. So of course the medicine was also a bit stronger. But we had to move on. Of course we had to go. We drove for like 5 hours before we reached our destination. This guy lied to us that we were going, and remember the road was really so terrible. The road was the dusty Maram road with too many potholes that even increased, the car even we were using, because remember the car that we used to use before was in the garage, so we had our friend's car. But of course the car wasn't that fit for the road as well. It wasn't that very, very good. So the dust was too much. It just increased on the flu and the cough. We reached there like after 6 hours. Coming back, remember, 6 hours. So we spent almost the whole day on the road. It was so tiresome. Very, very tiresome. We reached home. I was feeling so horrible. Very, very horrible. I felt like I was punished. My muscles were hurting. My body was hurting. Everything was hurting. But, we had to come back home. I was so tired. It was really so bad. The flu increased. All of us got flu in the car apart from the driver. Dennis hasn't got flu up to now. But that is what has really been happening, guys. So I've been down with flu because sometimes I feel like the fever is there. It is just too much. Sometimes I feel I'm okay. Sometimes I feel I'm really so bad off, because you feel like the cold. I remember that just yesterday, but I was feeling so cold. I was wearing my jacket. I was putting on a scarf. I was putting on jeans. I went under my duvet, but I was still feeling so cold. It was so terrible. But that's how it is. I'm under treatment. I'm taking some tablets. I'm taking my lemons. I'm taking my vitamins, fruits, and all that, so that I can be able to boost my immunity. But it has been really so terrible. The cough is there. At least it's now disappearing. I'm getting much, much better. Then the flu is also there. Like I've told you, it is on and off. I don't know what really happens. When I get out, that's when it increases. When I get back inside, as if I'm better. At night, it's different. So today I may be fine, tomorrow I may not. But thank you so much, guys, for your prayers. Thank you so much for, keeping me in your prayers, and the whole family, the whole Value Farm team. Thank you so much for praying for us through these hard times, and everyone who has sent me messages through WhatsApp, through, YouTube, through Instagram. Thank you guys for praying for me. I'm really so sorry I've not really replied to most of the people. I've not really replied like anyone on social media, because I've not been having the energy even to reply, even the mood of replying someone. It has not been there. But at least I'm getting much better. I hope by the end of this week I'm going to be much, much way better, and I hope everything goes as planned. But guys, that's what I should tell you. Everything is okay. Thank you guys. Sorry for the noise, because I'm near the road. Yeah, but thank you guys for all your love and support. Thank you so much for your prayers. I know your prayers have really worked for me. Your prayers have kept me, me being fine. But thank you guys so much. I love you, and thank you so much for subscribing. We're on the road to 20k subscribers. Basically today I just wanted to give you an update of what has been happening and what exactly happened. So that is what has been happening. those were the lowest moments of my life. It has been so difficult, very, very difficult, very traumatizing, but that's how it is. But guys, oh my god, it's sun. I'm filming in a studio room, but I'm so tired, I cannot do anything. But guys, just bear with me and just watch the video the way it is. But thank you guys so much. Thank you, I appreciate you guys so much. Subscribe if you haven't already. I have already content that I've already planned for you that I'm going to be shooting. Also real estate, I'll be doing a video I think this week for one of the houses, so wait on that as well. Then also the farm updates I'm going to tell you. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do videos, series of videos for you, so subscribe not to miss out, and also turn on the notification bells not to miss out on any video, so that you can be able to join the family. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your love and support. See you in the next one.